Okay, it's time for today's CSS battle. Let's see what we've got. Okay, could be interesting. Okay, let's start with base template. I think we're going to want one element, maybe one element. So actually, let's use the nested template and see what we can do. We'll make this red box just the size of that triangle, hopefully, which means there will be some guesswork, but we'll see how that goes. So margin 2020 to start off with. Okay, let's add a diff. 40 is too much. 32 is good. 60, 70, 82 is the very outsides. So now then, because we want to bring the top down a bit, the left in a the right in a bit, what we'll do is we'll just add 32, 82 again, and then we will, that's the left, this is the right, so 112, 112 looks like it might be about right. So from the top we're going to want another 20, so let's make that 52, 62, 62, 62. That looks like we should get that triangle in there. Okay, let's get rid of that background of red and make that background yellow. And then let's could we just cut it? We could just use a clip path. But if we use clip path, we don't get. Okay, so let's do border solid 30 pixels and this color. And let's do border top border. Now what have we got? That's not quite what we wanted. That's also if I make border F0 as well, that's not quite what I want. Okay. Now what we could do is do this background as a linear gradient from the top right, so at 135 degrees maybe, then make it that color for 50% and then transparent. Okay, 135 degrees is the wrong way round. So let's add 90 to it, 215, 235, 225, 225. And let's hit diff, make that 55, 65, 66, 67, 66, 65, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, no, 5, 4, 3. Ooh, this is just a horrible number. Let's then also add that yellow. See, we've got a line there which is not going to help us very much at all. So what do we want to do about that? I might have to use pixels, in which case let's go 150 pixels. Far too far. 20, 19, 21, 120 pixels. Let's try making that Q. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. I've still got that very thin line. 0.3, 0.2, 0.1, 0.9. 127 might be too much. 126.89. 6, 5, 4, 3. Right, okay, that goes the wrong way. I think what we do is we use 127Q and hope for now. Now then, has that got us? That has got us most of the way there. Now what we do is we use a clip path of a polygon from 0, 0 to 100%, 100% to 0, 100%. That should get us our triangle. And then all we need is the background and 2 lines probably. So we change this background to maybe, what can we do? Could we do a centered conic gradient maybe? Let's do a conic gradient with 25% transparent, so transparent 25%, and then that blue for the rest of it, and we'll also put the light blue as the fallback colour, and we'll also set this to no repeat. Now then, I think that let's measure this distance. So that's 40 to 260. So 220. No, don't want 220. So that's 230. 40 to 230 is going to be 190 downwards, so we want 30 pixels, 190 pixels. whoops, at that might not be what I'm after by the looks of things, but let's just try shifting it by minus 20 pixels and 30 pixels. Nope. Let's try moving it 10 pixels in. No, 8 pixels maybe. And then where am I going? Up or down? Oh, this is going to be painful, I can just tell. I think we're going down by 30 pixels. Nope. Minus 18. Let's try 180. And then we just need to slide up a little bit. No, down a little bit. 15, 14, 13, 12. That looks like the wrong height still. Yeah, that line should be thinner. 190 is too much. 180 looks like it will be the right size, so we then need to move it 12 pixels up. No, 10 pixels up. 8 pixels up. Okay, we're short. Why are we short? What size is this? How about we just make this the whole square like that? Then what have we got? Now our blue line's going to be in the wrong place. Let's try with 50%. This also makes that 190, 200 maybe? We're too tall now. Why are we too tall now? Too tall and too wide. Can I do this in a better way? Let's remove that and just make that the light blue. That might help. Because then we'd only be missing those two bits. This 45 is wrong. We need that 60, 70, 70% is too, well, 70% is actually quite good, except for the fact that let's try 68, 69, 58, 59. Okay, now what have we got? Okay, that's exactly below that, so it needs to be bigger than that. 65, 69, we're still off. 72, oh, 72 looks good. 72.5, 72.1, 71.5, 1.9876, 71.2345, 7, 8, 6. Let's leave it there. And then we're going to change our polygon from a straight triangle to, we're going to go along 30 pixels and stay at 0. Then we're going to go down. How far down is that? We'll call that 95, 40, 95, 55 pixels. So 30 pixels, 55 pixels. Then we want it to be 30 pixels up from the bottom of this shape. It should be 190, I think. Yeah, 190. And 55 pixels off of the side. Now, assuming that this is actually, let's go 90, 310. Actually, yeah, we actually want to go there. So 250, give or take. 90 to 250, 140. Uh, 190 pixels, 190 pixels. Okay, what shape have we got so far? Yeah, it hasn't done what I need it to. 100% and 190 pixels. Okay. That is the wrong angle. I need these to be 30 and 55 pixels off of the end. So that is possibly correct. Oh no, I need that to be 55 pixels off the end. That's currently 30, so take another 25. 170, 165. That's much closer. Now, how are we ending up? Then we go. That's going to go straight out, yeah, and then we go 100%, 100%. 0, 100%. Okay, that's not far off. Let's have a look at what we got. Yeah, that's not far off. We might have to do some small adjustments. I think we might be a couple of pixels out on that blue line. I think we are maybe 2 pixels out on that blue line. So that would be, let's try 53 and 167. Right, we're still too low, so 50. Let's try making that 50. No, that goes much worse. 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57 would be about right. And then this needs to come in apparently. So 5, 4, 3. That looks better. Okay, let's see how close we are. I reckon it will give me a 99. Yeah, that's what I thought it would do. Okay. Let's go 200 pixels. It's far too far. 180. 170, 160, 150, 7, 8, 9, 161, 2, try that. That's what I was afraid of. That 45 degrees is a pain in the... Could we do it in a different way though? We might be able to do that in a different way, rather than with the clip path and the linear gradient. Let's have a think. How can I do this? Because we're literally pixels out here. Let's try Q. Then make it 172, 173, 172, 171. No, 172 is 4.5. That's that's still not going to. Yeah, that's still only giving me a 9. Okay, let's change how we do it slightly. Right, first off, let's get rid of that clip path just for now. See that? See, that line's still there. We don't want that. Right, that's getting worse. So 71.8, 65. That's not great. There's gotta be a better way. There has got to be a better way. That'd be top, right. Leave bottom and left in. So 30 pixels, 30 pixels, 0, 0. How's that get us? Well, that gets us a triangle. It's in the wrong place, but it's got us a triangle. Right, so that's actually the bottom, which is what I was actually aiming for. Okay, so that and that want to be 0. Okay, how far out are we? Let's get rid of this linear gradient and just leave it yellow for now. Okay, that has not got us a triangle. This is problematic. I suppose what we could do is two elements, one inside the other, and just use a triangle clip. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's get rid of all of this. Let's use two p tags for making us a couple of triangles, because these will be much easier. Now then, how wide will the first one be? About 90 to 270 maybe. 180 by 180. Alright, 180. Background red, just so that we can see what we're doing. Clip path. Polygon. 0, 0, 100, 100, 0, 100. Right, there's a triangle. Now if we shift that triangle into place with a margin from the top, 95, let's make that 90, and from the left 80, right, so 82, and then make this 80. Okay, we're a few pixels off, so we want to make this 200 by 200 maybe. I think that's going to be too big. 190 by 190, I think that will line up. Just need to take that margin down. Oh god. Now we're into pixels again. So 192 and 192 and 68. How good's that? Okay, that looks really quite good. And we'll change its background to this colour. Now then, we will make the margins of var of m for now, just so that we can mess with that. We're going to make the size 192, and then we're going to use a var in here. And in here. Then P plus P, we're going to give that a background of this yellow. We're going to make its margin minus 190 and leave it at 82. We'll make that 112 actually. We'll make its size 192 minus 30 is going to be 162. Let's just look what we've got. 162 is way too big apparently. '62 is too small. 82, 92, 92. Uh, 93, 94, 92, 90. Okay, are we too big or too small? I think we're too big. So maybe 90. Need to go down a little bit. 112, 114. Oh no, 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 that's left. That's perfect. One like that. Okay, 188. Oh, look at that. That's a much better match for the triangle. Right. Now we just need a background on the body. But we also need the slight extensions. Now I could either do it with 2 linear gradients, actually yeah, let's just do it with positioned linear gradients. So let's do B for this and call it a linear gradient. All it's actually going to be is one color because that is technically permitted. Then we'll do B and we will shift it across 90 pixels and down, what was it, 40. We will also do no repeat, so that should get that should be in line, which is good. And then we only want to make it 30 pixels wide and, well, 50 pixels will do for uppy downy. No, needs to be slightly bigger than 50. Let's make it 70. Okay, that's looking reasonable. Now we take that and we copy paste it, and this time round we want it at the bottom, so we need this measurement, 230 we'll call that. 230, we'll make that 30 pixels high. We'll make that 70 pixels long, and this is going to be 230 maybe. 230 is close. Let's try 240. 240 looks good. We're just going to hope that that line there is just scuffery. Let's do a submit. Right, that's 100%. Right, now is there anything that we can collapse a little bit? I don't think so. Well, 240 is going to be 50 plus 5, that'll be 55 VW. 230 not divisible by 4 or 3, I don't think. But if I made it 240 and 60, that might help. 240 and 60. Oh no, 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 no. No, that one has to be 230. Okay. Never mind. Those look good. That looks good. We can get rid of that semicolon, that semicolon, that semicolon. And then we'll just minify and submit. And I think that's where we're going to call it, because I can't think of a better way of doing it. What? Okay, I've broken something. What did I do wrong? had 100% before this. Did I get 55 wrong? Yes, of course I did, because it's 6. Is it 60? Yes, it's 60, you idiot. My mathsing wasn't mathsing. Right, now we get rid of that, and that, and that. And then we minify. And then we try again. There we go. It's not a great score, but I can't think of a easier way or a better way of doing it without some errors. So that's going to have to do for now. Okay, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.